Okay, so Hero on YouTube asks, hey, first of all, I'm in love with your work. Thanks for bringing so much information. I'm going to NZ with a working holiday visa in March, and I would like to visit all the places that this country has to offer. That's why I will live 6 months in the North Island, 6 in the South Island, and I don't know where to spend the other 3 months I will have. So he's got 2 questions. One, what cities do you recommend me to live and work, knowing that I will avoid Auckland because it's quite big and expensive, and Queenstown because it's expensive. Because of my visa, I'm not able to work for the same employer for more than 3 months, so I thought it would be a good idea to move from city to city by the time I complete those 3 months. And then number 2, what island should I spend the 3 additional months of my visa? Thanks so much.
All right, I love questions which are so well laid out like that. You get 1, 2, 3. It's so easy. It's awesome. All right, so first up, we are talking about what are kind of some of the best places to easily find a job, earn enough money, don't spend too much, and be able to move on with your trip. The first thing I want to point out is that Hero is doing exactly the right thing, which is moving around New Zealand and not staying somewhere for too long. I think that's the best way to approach a working holiday, to do 3 months here, 3 months there.
Exactly. Because a working holiday is, remember, it's working holiday. It's not sort of emigrating to somewhere and just just then working and grinding. You're going to a new country and you should definitely explore it and make the most of it, because that's definitely what a working holiday in New Zealand is all about. So moving around, trying different locations for work is definitely the best way to go about that, definitely in our opinion.
Yes.
So, to start off with, so he's asking for which places does he recommend to go and live in to do work for a short amount of time. Did you want to say something?
No, I'm listening. I think so. What we had in mind is that we worked our way from north to south because we suspected that you arrive in Auckland, like most people. So we thought we placed like the 3 different places that you have going from north to south, and so giving you plenty of time to explore the South Island. But we'll get to that later.
Yeah. So, in terms of making sure there's enough variety of jobs and lots of different types of seasonal jobs for working holiday makers, one of the best cities to start off in is Tauranga, which is in the Bay of Plenty area on the North Island, not too far from Auckland. It's maybe about 2 or 3 hours away.
I have a question for you, Laura.
Yeah?
How easy is it to get a job in Tauranga?
Super easy.
Super easy. Barely any inconvenience. Yeah. No, honestly, it is really easy to get a job in Tauranga.
Yeah, so the whole area is really famous for its sort of fruit picking, kiwi fruit. I think it has a few. Does it have a few vineyards? Maybe it doesn't have a few vineyards.
I don't think they have vineyards, but
loads of different types of fruit orchards and
hospitality.
Yeah, so you can go there definitely in the picking season and work in teams with other backpackers to do fruit picking. You can work in pack houses, which are seasonal jobs, so you only go and work there for 2 to 3 months, and which is ideal for what you want to do. But also because it's a city, there's all your sort of city jobs as well. So you can find jobs in hospitality, you can work in restaurants and stuff like that. You can work in warehouses. There are industrial areas there around Tauranga as well. So there's really like a huge scope of jobs. So Tauranga sort of appeals to most people that, it has jobs for most things that people want to do. So that's definitely a good place to start.
Another reason why we picked Tauranga is that it's almost kind of right in the middle of the North Island. So that will allow you to have a great base to explore the North Island during your weekends. Now, moving on, you want another place to go work in, and we think you should go work in Napier and Hastings. Sorry about that. So Napier and Hastings are also in the North Island. They're also a great base to explore the central kind of North Island. There is a lot of different jobs between vineyards and hospitality, which are quite easy to get, especially if you time yourself to the right season. If you want to know how to time yourself to the right season, definitely check out our videos about the picking seasons in New Zealand. We actually cover all of that, and actually it was published last week, so you should be able to find it on the channel quite easily. So if you base yourself in Napier Hastings, your cost of living is going to be really low as well. That's probably one of the cheapest places to actually spend some time in New Zealand, which is exceptional. And a lot of the activities that are to be done in the area also are free. It's all about beautiful beach, beautiful forest, awesome hikes, stunning wildlife. It's all about that. So I think you're really gonna like it, and we recommend you spend 3 months there as well. Now, those two places as bases will give you really great opportunity to explore most of the North Island, and then we send you down to the South Island, and we think you should spend your last working time in Christchurch.
Yeah, so Christchurch is the largest city in the South Island, and again, it has loads of opportunities for work. There's all your sort of, again, your standard city stuff like retail and hospitality, but there's also opportunity to do construction work, which is often like a very easy job to get because the employers are so keen for seasonal workers to help with some of the construction work. A few years ago, there was an earthquake in Christchurch, and they're still rebuilding the city and still need people to come and help with that. So there's obviously that opportunity there. But if you're not really into the city stuff as well, Christchurch is also surrounded by loads of like dairy farms, loads of different types of farming as well. So if you want to experience some of the sort of farming lifestyle of New Zealand, then there's opportunity to do that as well. And yeah, so Christchurch, also in terms of cost of living, it is much cheaper than Auckland and much cheaper than Queenstown, so you won't have really much trouble there.
Exactly. So now you also ask us where to spend your extra 3 months. So that's assuming that you will be able to extend your working holiday visa for 3 months if you meet the conditions for extensions, which are really not that hard to meet. And if you guys want to learn more about that, there's another video on this channel, or you can check out nzpocketguide.com for more info about that. Now, we had a discussion with Laura, and we definitely think you should spend some more time in the South Island of New Zealand. So that's why we gave you 2 working spots on the North Island and only 1 working spot on the South Island, because you should explore everything.
Yeah.
From Stewart Island at the bottom of the South Island to the top, which is Abel Tasman National Park. There's so much to explore there, and that's the place that we like the most. Laura, do you want to tell him why we like this place the most, succinctly?
Yeah, so the South Island really does have loads of different activities and landscapes to offer. You can go and check out some of the amazing beaches and great walks and stuff like that in the Abel Tasman National Park in the north of the South Island. Then you've got the west coast of the South Island, which is home of glaciers, amazing mountain scenery and rainforest, stuff like that. There's also the Queenstown area that I know you don't want to go and live there, but it's definitely worth going there for a visit, so you can do some of the crazy adrenaline activities like bungee jumping that you can do there. Stewart Island is a small island just off the south coast of the South Island, and that's always worth going to. You just take a ferry or a quick flight to get there, and that's home to another New Zealand great walk. You can go see kiwi birds there as well. And then along the east coast of the South Island, there's really awesome places like Kaikoura, where you can go and check out whales, you can swim with dolphins, you can swim with seals. It's really a wildlife mecca. And yeah, there's a ton of places on the South Island. And also because in the North Island, getting around is a little bit easier than on the South Island, because right in the middle of the South Island are the Southern Alps, which is a huge mountain range. And there's only a few sort of passes to get across those mountains. So getting around the South Island generally takes a little bit longer, and that's definitely why you should spend more time there, just because it will take longer to get around, but you'll also see loads of different stuff.
As you can tell, she kind of liked the South Island of New Zealand.
Yeah.
All right, so that's all we have for you, Hero. I hope that you find all our answers super useful, and I hope that you guys, if that wasn't your question, you still learned from it. So if you want to say thank you, just hit the like button. It really rewards us for all our hard work. And if you're new here, make sure to hit subscribe. And obviously, if you want to dive a little bit deeper into the subject, go to www.nzpocketguide.com, and you'll find plenty of information about traveling in New Zealand. It's the largest travel guide of New Zealand, after all. All right, let's go back to live chat.